Got a really small Goodwill haul today. Was cherry picking. So all but two, I only got 9 items, and all but 2 of them are higher dollar. I wouldn't say longer tail, but just straight up higher dollar, really hole-in-one items. None of these are, ones that are lower dollar are still hole-in-ones because I know that they will flip almost instantaneously. Or, well, I just know that they sell really well for me. And I was debating whether or not to make this video because this haul is really small, but I think every single item in this haul has a story behind it, and I can say something that will give you something of worth besides me just showing you the item and saying, look, I got it. So I'll start off with this. This one is, I guess, the one that I can speak the least on. These are Madewell jeans. And for some reason, my Goodwill, who normally prices jeans at like $13 at base price, they always price their Madewells at $8, which is really weird. I feel like they should know about Madewell, considering it's like one of the most popular resale brands, but I don't know. And this is a little bit weirder. This has this strap. This is known as I looked at the style code. It's called the Tuxedo Metallic Strip or Stripe jeans, and these are perfect vintage jeans, which are a good line of Madewell. I should get 30 or 40 for these, which was about my cutoff. I wanted to make at least, I wanted to be able to sell these for like minimum 30, and yeah, these are pretty safe. This is one thing with Madewell jeans, you want to watch your buy price and you want to make sure you know what you're getting, because Madewell is a really good jeans brand. However, depending on the model, the margins may be thinner than you would expect. The perfect vintage jean is one of my favorites because it typically sells for $30 or more, which is, I'm pretty happy with. And these are also in pretty much pristine condition. So yeah. Next, this is a weird item. This is the first item I've ever picked up from this brand. It's Vince. And this is probably the longest tail item that I got. So it's this women's button-up shirt, maybe blouse might be the right term for it. And it's pretty much flawless even though it's white, which is pretty surprising, although women's clothing tends to be in better condition than men's clothing, just because, you know, they have more pieces, they're more willing to donate it, and they, you know, take better care of their clothes. But look at that. That's what's, I'm calling that a Mandarin collar there. There might be some, there's definitely synonyms for that. I looked up Vince Mandarin collar shirt, button shirt, and the sell-through is pretty low, but it occasionally sells for around like $60 to $100, which for, this was 6. I'm totally happy to do that. If I wish to, I could price this at 30 and probably make a quick flip out of it, but I might just price this at 50 and decide to wait because it's going to be long tail anyways with that low of a sell-through. That, actually, I should speak. Vince and Ralph Lauren, kind of John Varvatos, Mark New York, and there's a couple other brands that are kind of like this, where they're sort of like these upper tier fashion brands, but not quite like elite designer level. They're like sort of the mid tier, where unique stuff like this with the Mandarin collar is typically worth a lot on resale markets, or typically worth more on resale markets, and sometimes in higher demand, although that's not always the case. Something like this I knew is something out of the ordinary and would be likely valuable. At least the chance of it being valuable was high enough for me to look it up. As was the case with this, although I didn't look this up, this is a really good find. I'm actually not as excited as I feel like I should be about this. I don't know why. This is Brooks Brothers 346, size XL, patchwork Madras plaid button-up shirt. So I think the two best brands to find this pattern, which is, this is patchwork Madras plaid. If it didn't have, you see how it's got all those squares? That's the patchwork part. If it was just like this there, like that plaid pattern, that's just Madras plaid, and it was just like a normal shirt without the patches, that would just be called Madras plaid. Patchwork is a bit better, it's a bit more valuable and a bit more in demand. But when it comes to, probably the two best brands are Brooks Brothers and Polo Ralph Lauren, or just anything Ralph Lauren. I think Brooks Brothers is a little better. Madras plaid is big. This should be like $50 at least, and the demand is really high. I think it's like 100% sell-through, which is pretty damn high for a Brooks Brothers button-up shirt. But this is an item that I would really recommend at least looking up. If you find anything Madras plaid, which is, I think red, it's like this, but I think it's specifically red, green, yellow, and blue in this sort of pattern, at least look it up. If it's Brooks Brothers or Ralph Lauren, probably just pick it up, as long as it's not like $15 or something. And even if it's not one of those brands, probably still look it up, because this type of pattern is quite valuable, quite rare, and quite desirable. But yeah, this is almost a slam dunk item here. This is probably the item I'm most excited about finding. It's a thermal wool blend base layer from this brand, Fjallraven, size XL. It seems to be in perfect condition. I didn't screen it because I screened it very cursorily. I don't know what the word is, but it seems to be flawless, which is pretty surprising for something like this. Typically, this type of stuff, these base layers, have flaws with them. I've found like Smart Wool and Icebreaker and Ibex pieces that had holes, and they still sold for like $40. That's the logo. It's an Arctic Fox, I think. This brand is like Arc'teryx tier. I think this and Arc'teryx are probably the two best outdoors clothing brands to find, with the exception of something like a Hedda Bretz or a Canada Goose or something, which you're probably just never going to find. But Fjallraven, phenomenal brand. Honestly, I don't know. This might, for this specific piece, Fjallraven might be a little bit better than Arc'teryx. I still have yet to find an Arc'teryx piece, but this is damn close, and I'm like circling, like if Arc'teryx was a bullseye and I'm just like, and it was a dartboard, I'm like circling it, like I'm throwing darts and I'm just barely missing it, because I keep finding stuff like this. It's just absolutely phenomenal, but not quite the Arc'teryx that I want, despite the fact that it's probably worth about the same amount. Okay, this is the first bread and butter piece that I have, the first of two. This is a really good brand. I think this brand is really slept on. Bonobos. Size 36 by 32 Wednesday, so this is the Weekday Warriors line of Bonobos pants. Bonobos is really slept on. Like, it's just straight up a good brand. Every time I look up the numbers on Bonobos, it's like 100% sell-through or higher. And it sells for maybe 20 plus shipping. So I have really consistently good luck selling it, and I find it a lot, and it's not priced up by Goodwill. This was $6. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to buy this. This is a guaranteed flip in a month. That's just been my experience with it. And you know what? Let's bang out the other one. This is a very niche thing. This is a specific item from a very specific brand, Russell. So Russell Fresh Force big shirts. The Fresh Force is not crazy important, but the Russell big Dry Power 360, which I believe this is, and maybe it isn't. I should say it somewhere. It appears not to be a Dry Power 360, but I don't know. These Russell really big size, like 2XL and above, athletic shirts, I cannot hang on to. Every single time I find these things, they sell in like 2 days maximum. I've never been able to hold on to them for longer than that. They don't sell for that much. They sell for like 15 plus shipping, but if I can get this, I got this for $6. There was another one that had a stain on it for $4 that I didn't bother with, but if I can get this in and out in like a couple days and make, I don't know, $5 to $8 profit on it, I'm not going to say no to that, because I have ridiculously good luck with this stuff. And this is also a camo pattern, which is going to increase the value a bit, but I might just use that to accelerate the sale even more, because I just want to bounce this in and out of my store. This was, I think, the first item that I found that I have kept. I found items before this. Just a no-brainer. It was $10, which is pricey, but for what it is, honestly, not really. Let's see if I can show you it. It does actually have a logo, but it's on the zipper. Yeah, that's right. It's Lululemon. Lululemon jacket for $10. And this one actually has a tag on it. I cannot find a size dot, but I know it's size 10 because it says size 10 on the tag, which is somehow not ripped off. Or is that 11? No, that's a size 10. Luckily, Lululemon jackets, unlike Lululemon yoga pants slash joggers, like Lululemon long pants and Lululemon tank tops are stupidly difficult to look up on Lulu Fanatics because they all look the same, but there's a billion of them. Luckily, jackets, there's way fewer of them, and you can kind of tell the difference a lot. Some of them have like a big logo on them. It's like this. I don't know. But this should be pretty easy to find. It might be an older model because I can't find the size dot, but I don't know. $10, it should sell for at least 50. That's just been my experience. Never sell Lululemon jackets for less than 50. Or at least I never do. I think this or the Fjallraven is probably my favorite find of the day. This is a brand that honestly, it's just a brand that I didn't expect to find ever, but it's a really, really, really good brand. Taylor Stitch. Size 36. Taylor Stitch and Todd Snyder, I don't know why. I think because they both start with T's, I equate, but they're both really, really good brands. This is a plaid. If it's a flannel, it's a lightweight flannel. Button-down shirt, or no, button-up shirt. Just a hole-in-one item. Like, anything Taylor Stitch, pick it up. This was only $6 because why would Goodwill know about Taylor Stitch? Yeah. Nothing to say about that brand, really, except for the fact that if you find it, pick it up. Alright, and we are on to the last item. This is the rare pair of men's jeans that I pick up from this Goodwill because my Goodwill, as I have stated, prices jeans, their base price for jeans is $13, which is BS. But this was worth $13. This was actually, these are Levi's jeans, and I'll show you which type of Levi's they are. And they didn't price them up. They often price Levi's at $25 or $30. Luckily, this one was only $13. I should get at least like 40 or 50 for it. And the demand is like 4x on these. I've never found them before. These are Levi's Silver Tab jeans. Really crazy high sell-through and really good prices, 50. Maybe I could try to get $60 for this. It's a retro or vintage. I don't know if these are vintage or retro. This is 100% cotton made in Guatemala. So this might be vintage, but this thing is in pristine condition, like almost flawless condition. Basically no fading on the legs. 32 by 30s. It was like 20 actives and 100 solds or something. Levi's Silver Tabs are strong. And I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about Levi's. So I may make a video on specifically like a guide for all Levi's jeans, but I would say that there are a few things that if you're gonna ever consider buying Levi's jeans for resale, there's a few things that you should know about. Silver Tabs, first of all, really strong. Levi's Silver Tabs, Levi's 560s, and this is for men. Levi's Silver Tabs, Levi's 560s, Levi's 513s, Levi's 517s, and Levi's 527s. Oh, and Levi's 501 XXs, not the 501s. They'll say 501 and then there'll be 2 X's after them. Those cuts, I think that was 6 cuts, probably guaranteed money as long as they're not overpriced. I actually found like 10 517s that my Goodwill priced at $27, so, or 26. Yeah, but those cuts are phenomenal. Look them up before you find them because for some reason some specific sizes have like pitfalls where there's like they don't have demand for some reason, but these are in crazy demand. And I buy Levi's jeans a lot because if you know what you're doing, you can make bank off of them and you can sell them really fast. All right, thank you for watching. That was a cream of the crop thrift store haul. If you want to see more, I don't know, I'll probably post a video later. Bye.